20 seconds, guys. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to be shooting the shit with you guys for about an hour. I did not think my daughter was going to go down for a nap, but she put her head down 15 minutes ago or so. I did not think that was going to happen. But welcome, guys. Let me know what you thought of this latest episode. I absolutely loved it. As I said in my video, I think Rick Famuyiwa is my favorite director of the series so far, at least. He's directed 3 episodes, and I've loved them. I like the sense of goofiness that he brings to his episodes. There's always a lighter feel. There's more silliness. There's more jokes, and I like that kind of stuff in my Star Wars, right? But yeah, not only new Mando, we're also going to be talking about that giant dump of shit that got released last night. I didn't know that was coming. As most of you guys know, I don't really pay too much attention to a lot of Star Wars news that often until it's like right then and there. Apparently people have been saying that there was going to be some big announcement for like 48 hours or something like that. The first I heard of it was like last night at 8 p.m. So it was awesome. What's everybody most excited for in that huge lineup of movies and shows we're going to be getting? And all around, what did you guys think? What did you guys think of this episode? I loved it, man. I loved it. I loved everything about Mayfeld. As you know, most of you guys know, I'm a big Bill Burr fan, and I like the way they humanized his character, gave him more depth. It's great. I'd love to see his character again. Also, I'm still going to be waiting for that Bill Burr Black Series action figure whenever that's coming. But anyway, I think the 2 things that I'm most excited for in the giant lineup is Rogue Squadron. I'm with you, Alistair's dad. I'm a movie guy as well. I'm 2 things that I'm most excited for is Rogue Squadron and the Acolyte, just because it sounds so different. Yeah, anyway, Caleb Kemp, Vince Wynn, Oscar Rodriguez, thank you guys so much for the super chats and channel support this afternoon. It is afternoon. Caleb Kemp says, hello there, right back at you. I'm assuming you've already watched the episode. This goes for everybody. If you have not watched the episode, I would definitely steer clear. But hello there, General Kenobi, Caleb Kemp, welcome, man. Sit back. Enjoy some Star Wars discussion. Let's shoot the shit. What do you guys think? Yeah? Anyway, Caleb, I appreciate that, man. And Vince Wynn, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support. Vince says, this is my favorite episode of the series so far, with maybe my favorite scene of the series being 3 guys sitting at a table and talking. Thought it was excellent. Absolutely. Everyone getting a show, Disney. Give Famuyiwa a show. That scene had so much tension. As I said in my video, I love moments like that where, you know, there's certain characters that are in the know. You know, Mando and Mayfield, they were in the know. And then you have this officer who's just kind of has his guard down. Completely has his guard down. Is not for once considering that these 2 guys are have any ill will towards him whatsoever. I love that. Just adds so much tension to the scene, especially, you know, even when Mando looks over at Mayfeld, and there's the moment like where Mando knows Mayfeld is going to do something, right? He just knows it in his bones, and there's nothing he can do to stop him. And it's that, like, that bubbling up of tension that before something snaps. Yeah, it was great. I don't know who the actor is who played the officer. What was that guy's name? Valen Haas? What was his name? I can't remember. Valen something, wasn't it? But yeah, man, it was great. It was great. I loved it. I have a real soft spot for this episode, and just because, you know, I like humor, I like goofiness and stuff like that in my Star Wars. And dude, whenever Bill Burr is on screen, it just, to me, it adds just another layer of enjoyment to the show that's always been there, but it's just like I like some goofiness and humor and smart assiness in my Star Wars, and yeah, man. Anyway, hope you like the package today. It should be there by 9. You'll have to let me know when it safely arrives, but anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. Hope you're doing well, man. And Oscar Rodriguez, Kay Kennedy truly turned into Santa Claus for Star Wars. I haven't really watched any of like the presentation or anything. I've seen screenshots and whatnot. I just have not had time to sit down and check it all out. But like all the video presentations and stuff like that I believe they had, right? They had a bunch of them, right? Maybe not. I know there's some sizzle reels and stuff like that. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm curious. I mean, some of them have release dates. That's always subject to change, right? Some of them don't. I'm curious how spaced out a lot of this stuff can be. How much is going to change? It seems like I mean, it really seems like this is kind of a nailed down schedule, but yeah, man, Santa Claus indeed. I'm really looking forward to it, man. And again, I think the two things that I'm most looking forward to, obviously I'm looking forward to it all, but the two things that I'm really like ultra super time, big time looking forward to is Rogue Squadron and The Acolyte, just because The Acolyte sounds so different, you know, a mystery thriller. I hope they play that up big time, but yeah, man. Yeah, exciting stuff. Anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. And Michael Bordages, right? Bordages? I think I got it right. Bordages. Michael says, out of topic, but the Crate Dragon episode reminded me of the Alaskan Bullworm SpongeBob episode. I had to say it. Oh, one sec. Sorry. Sorry. I actually had a little freelance gig yesterday. Now they need a bunch of pictures resized. It's always fun. Michael, I don't think I've ever seen more than 2 or 3 episodes of SpongeBob in my entire life. I feel like SpongeBob... let me see when the first episode aired. It's been a long time, right? SpongeBob SquarePants first started... I'm going to guess 94? Oh, 99. Okay, so 99. In 99, I was 13 years old. Same year as The Phantom Menace, almost the same day as The Phantom Menace coming out. I was 13 years old, and I feel like SpongeBob was like... I just missed it, you know? It's kind of like Pokemon. My age group, I feel like... Well, I know a lot of my buddies are into Pokemon. I've never been into it. But, like, I feel like my age group maybe just skimmed the surface of SpongeBob and just skipped right over it. So I have no idea the reference there, Michael. But that Crate Dragon episode, man, I think is still... man... I think the Crate Dragon episode is still my favorite episode of the series thus far. But yeah, if you want to fire me over a clip of the episode that you're talking about, I'd love to check it out. If you want to tweet it over to me. And Chris Morenick, thank you so much for the super chat. Channel Sports well. Vision sounds like the Animatrix to me. I'm down. Yeah, that's exactly what I said in my video too. I've never been into anime, Chris, but I did own the Animatrix on DVD when it first came out. Like, I remember buying it. When did that come out? I'm gonna say, what, 2002, 2001? Animatrix. Oh, 2003. It's later than I thought. Okay. I remember owning it. There was... Dude, I barely remember them, though. I remember there was one that I really liked, and I watched a lot. Whoa, James Arnold Taylor. Dude, James Arnold Taylor is in so much. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be a sleeper. But yeah, man, Animatrix. It's been a long time since I've seen that for sure. But anyway, I appreciate that, Chris. And Baggins, thank you so much. Good to see you, man. Baggins says, wonder if Bo will be back. Bo-Katan will be back in the last episode next week. Also, so many new Star Wars stuff. So many new Star Wars stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. That's kind of what I said at the end of my my episode review video today. I was like, I wonder if the final episode, next week's episode, will be like this giant I don't know, ensemble. Hey, everybody that Mando has come in contact with who's helped him out is going to come back and help him out again. I think that would be super cheesy, but yeah, you never know. Bo-Katan, I'm sure we have not seen the last of her in the series. You know, if I had to guess, I think this is most people's guess, that eventually we will go to Mandalore, and there will be well, maybe not. I really don't know. I feel like the show is so damn unpredictable. If you would have, during the Bo-Katan episode, I would have said 100%, yeah, we're going to be going to Mandalore at some point. But now I don't know. Might just be setting up some things for other shows and shit like that, right? Anyway. Yeah, I recorded this footage myself. That's my Subaru Crosstrek. I created the starfield that's flying by, and the picture out my front windshield is a Hubble Space Telescope photo of the Andromeda Galaxy. Yeah. If you want to know about my armor and my helmet, Tyler, just Google HelloGreedo Stormtrooper armor, and you'll find a video that I made. I don't know, like 5 years ago now. But anyway. And DoomCause12, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Excited for Kenobi most. Also for super chat. Yay. Well, thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon, man. I really
Merry
appreciate
Christmas.
it. Oh, one sec.
Sapperty here. What a great day. More series coming and a fantastic episode. Seeing Imperials cheer and salute felt weird but nice.
I liked it.
Mayfield and Mando great duo. And seismic charges.
Yeah, for sure. Robert, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. Yeah, Doom. So I don't. You're probably, most people probably see eye to eye with you, right? I would guess that most people are probably the most excited for the Kenobi show, right? Right. I would assume so. I'm super excited for it too, but like for me, I think I will always be more excited for. This is just in my bones, man. But I think I will be always more excited for the unknown, you know, for new characters and stuff like that. And that's why the thing that I think I'm most excited for is the Acolyte, because it's described as a mystery thriller, you know, and in a new era, the High Republic. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Hopefully, right? But at the moment, that's definitely the thing that I'm most excited for sure. But yeah, I think Kenobi, 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, I think they said. Where did I read that, or did I make that up? I can't remember. That was either on the official Star Wars website, or I just made it up in my brain. I don't remember. Oh, it is 10 years? Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. It is 10 years. Awesome. 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 Anyway. Trek Yards, thank you so much as well. Hello, sir. Love your channel. Long-time viewer, first-time super chat. Keep up the great work. Well, Trek, thank you so much. I'm assuming you're a Star Trek fan. Me as well. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a Jean-Luc Picard print behind me. Obviously, you can't see it right now, but you can. You might be able to see it in some videos. Yeah. Anyway, man, I really appreciate the kind words, the channel support, and I will keep up the. I'm not going to call it great, but I will keep up the fun. How about that? But I appreciate that, man. And J Money, good to see you. J Money says, "You have something I want. He means more to me than you will ever know." Loved it. Loved it. The kind of the reversal or the parallel of mom. Oh, one sec. Tiggy, thank you so much, Thorman. I really appreciate that. One sec, or many minutes. I got a bunch of channel support. I'm long-winded, so I appreciate the patience as always. But yeah, J Money, that kind of like parallel of Moff Gideon's speech from last episode, and it was such like an FU, you know what I mean, to Gideon. It was like mocking him. It was like
I actually really like how they're downplaying Boba.
Yep.
Thought they'd turn him into John Wick, especially after last episode, but he's very in the background here, kinda like he was in the old films.
Absolutely, you are paralleling. Yeah, is that the right word that I'm looking for? Yeah, you're straight in line with exactly what I said in the video events. Absolutely. Give me one sec, man. But yeah, Jay, like, he's almost mocking Gideon. It's almost like, you know, the speech from Taken. I will find you and I will kill you, or whatever. Just like this warning, you know. But anyway. And what are these texts that I'm getting? Oh, weird. I was like, who the hell are these people texting me? I'm in like a group photo thing for my daughter's preschool, so like parents will comment on pictures and then they'll just blow up my phone and my smartwatch. Caleb Kemp, thank you so much for the channel support, man. Once again, Caleb says, what do you think the implications of Mando removing his helmet will be moving forward? I think there will come a time in the show, I do believe, that the helmet will no longer serve a purpose, at least for tradition, for some kind of like religious reason, for, you know what I mean, for some dogmatic reason. I think if the helmet sticks around, which I'm assuming it will for the rest of the show, it'll only be for protection, you know? He won't care about taking it off at some point. I think in this moment he took it off because he's realizing that this dogma, this tradition, this way of life that he's been a part of for so long, it's not as important as the life of this kid, and he needs to, you know, cast away his silly ass tradition. Oh, you can't take your helmet off? Cool. To save the life of this child that he cares for so much, you know. So I think we're seeing the beginnings of some kind of like pushback or resistance to what he grew up as, the dogma that he's been a part of for his whole life, you know what I mean? So I loved it. I think it was a good display of kind of his care for the kid, that, you know, he would in this moment cast away everything that he kind of believed in to save the life of someone that he cares about, right? So yeah, I appreciate that, Caleb. We shall see, right? And Mando Wade, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, channel support. Mando says, I never expected to see Boba's armor to be repainted. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Yeah, it was definitely kind of not startling, but like, whoa, kind of a whoa moment. It looked so polished. Let me bring up a picture on my other monitor. It looked so polished. It looked so like brand spanking new. It looks, yeah, I mean, it looks sharp. Yeah, it looks pretty damn sharp. Is he missing? Yeah, I'm scrolling through screenshots that I took. Oh yeah, the left-handed salute thing that I mentioned. Who's the actor that plays the officer? I'm gonna look that up. I've seen him before. Yeah, Boba looks awesome, man. I love, yeah. I you know, I saw some people talking about it, how it looked clean, but yeah, this is, I guess maybe he repainted it, redid it, in between episodes, and that's all good, man. It's all right. He went to the blacksmith and had him fix it up, right? But I liked it. But I appreciate that, Mando. Looks sharp. And Dylan Compton, thank you so much. Bad Batch is the top of the list for me. Can't wait to explore what it means to be a clone once they are discarded after having served their purpose. Yeah, that's one that I'm curious. Well, that's definitely the most curious, or the most interesting thing about that show, right? It's going to take place directly after the events of Order 66, I believe, right? I think it said directly after. I think. But yeah, I'm excited to see that too. When they first announced the Bad Batch show back in it's been like a year, I feel like. I would say it was like something that I wasn't too excited for, but the more I've thought about it, the more that will be fun to explore, you know? What happens to the clones when really there's no fight left, especially the Bad Batch. They're different in themselves. So it'll be interesting to see how what happens to them, right? Yeah, it'll be really interesting. I'm trying to think what's like. Without a doubt, the Acolyte and Rogue Squadron are at the top of my list, and then probably Kenobi. And then, golly, I really don't know, man. Maybe Ahsoka. List of excitement. I really don't know. Anyway, I appreciate that, Dylan. What's coming out first? I didn't even look at that. What's coming out first out of everything on the list? Was that even announced? If it was, I missed it. Anyway. Coleslaw, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the channel support. Hope these new shows are gritty and real and not Disney-fied. These shows will be so good if they are grounded and realistic and not like Marvel. Yeah, I'm hopeful that I mean, everything that they've made, basically, season 7 of the Clone Wars, Rebels, I mean, I've only seen the first season of Rebels, but I heard it gets way better. The Mandalorian, I don't see them doing that. You know, they've The Mandalorian is a pretty damn gritty show. So I think they will add grit where they see grit needs to be fit, right? So I wouldn't worry about that whatsoever. My only issue, Cole, is like, you know, I've talked about fatigue, Star Wars fatigue, a lot over the years. When we have a ton of, like, 10 new shows on the horizon and we know they're all coming out, I think I'm forever going to be excited, but there is a sense of, there is a part of me that feels a little bit of a loss for the anticipation, long-term anticipation of Star Wars, if that makes sense. Now, if you'd go back in time and tell my 10-year-old self that the 34-year-old me is bitching and moaning about having a bunch of Star Wars on TV, my 10-year-old self would probably tell you to walk off of a pretty tall building. But maybe not. I was cursing back then. I'd probably tell you to fuck off. But that's my only, I do miss that big anticipation, that big build up, the years between projects. And I don't think it'll ever not feel weird to have a bunch of Star Wars content, boom, thrown on the ground. Here's what you're getting, boom, 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 boom. Next couple of years, this is everything you're going to be getting. Enjoy it. I think that will forever feel super weird to me. But that's just me and my generation, right? That's just me and maybe a lot of your guys' generation too. But the kids nowadays, they're gonna know no different than what Star Wars is today and the frequency of it. So it's a give and take. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I wouldn't worry about that, Cole. Dude, I feel the same way. The anticipation for massive space opera is amazing. Absolutely. The anticipation, I think, was a huge part of just getting excited about new Star Wars, But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. KC Jones, thank you so much as well. Hearing the Operation Cinder name drop in the latest episode finally has me finishing the Battlefront 2 campaign, literally playing it right now. Nice, man. Yeah, I haven't played the Battlefront 2 campaign since, or I haven't beaten it since I was out in LA for, when was that? 2017. Before the game came out, I went out to, oh no, this is San Francisco. I went out to San Francisco to play Battlefront 2 early with a bunch of other YouTubers, and that's when I beat the Battlefront 2 campaign. I barely remember the ending. I barely remember it. I would love to play it again. But yeah, it was cool. I liked how it tied it together. Oh, one sec.
Golden age of Star Wars. Especially for the younger generation, your daughter is going to grow up with so much amazing Star Wars content, much more than you had growing up with the Ot and I with the prequels.
For sure. Atiba, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the channel support. Extremely generous this afternoon. Give me one sec. Or many minutes. I got KC, Robert, This Is Who I Am, Benjamin B, Tiggy Thorman, am I saying that correctly? Vince, Steven, Siddharth, and Atiba, and Alessio. I'm long-winded, so if you can't stick around, the stream will absolutely be archived. But I will get to you, 100%. But KC, hearing the yeah, man. I liked how it tied it together. I loved how Bill Burr's character Mayfeld, there's layers to him now. We learn a little bit more about his past. We learn that he has a soft spot. He has a heart. He's got a thinking man's brain, and he's able to kind of understand when you're being used as cannon fodder for a losing cause or a sadistic cause or a dangerous cause. And yeah, that whole confrontation in the officer's mess was fantastic. I loved it. And yeah, maybe I'll play through the Battlefront 2 campaign again. Why not? Why not? But yeah, he's a fun character. As I said, I don't want my Star Wars to all be drab and serious. I need some goofiness. I need some comic relief. I need some silliness in there, and I think Mayfeld fits in there. I like him as a character, so it's fun, man. Robert Wallinger, did I say that correctly? Oh, Sapity, what's up, man? Robert says, Merry Christmas, Sapity here. What a great day. More series coming and a fantastic episode. Seeing Imperials cheer and salute felt weird but nice. Mayfeld and Mando, great duo and seismic charge. Yeah, I loved it. I described it as fighter pilots coming back from a harrowing mission, and everybody on the flight deck cheering them on after maybe one. They were, aircraft were damaged or something like, you know what I mean? Something like very harrowing just happened. It was great. It was great. I loved it. Yeah, it was cool, man. It was really cool. They got like a hero's welcome. Meanwhile, they had no idea that they were being infiltrated, right? But it is a great day indeed. Like I said, last night, it was like 8 o'clock. My wife was rocking my daughter to sleep, reading her some books before putting her down for bed. I just picked up my phone. I was downstairs in the garage about to work out and picked up my phone. I was like, what is all this? I think the screenshot that I saw was from Split Screen. I was like, what? Is he trolling? What is all this? And I just started, like scrolling through Twitter and being like, okay, this is real. I'm going to go upstairs and record some audio real quick. So, yeah, it's exciting, man. Still doesn't feel real, right? But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Sapity. Thank you so much. They are a great duo. I hope Mayfeld comes back. Still really want a Mayfeld Black Series action figure. That's literally the only figure that I want right now. You guys know I'm not much of a collector, but I think he'd be a fun one to have just because I'm a fan of Bill Burr's stand-up and the Mandalorian. And it's something different, right? But I appreciate that, man. And this is who I am. Thank you so much for the channel support. Love the episode, but the face scan confused me. Yeah, it confused me at first too. I thought you needed a face scan to access the terminal, which you did, but I thought it was going to be like a face recognition scan, right? But it was more like an ATM, I guess. Or yeah, it was weird. It wasn't like a facial recognition scan. It was just like scanning your face as a record. Like if you were going to go up to an ATM and it took a picture of your face, or there's like a security camera there, I guess it just needs to see a face. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it just needed to see a face. That was a little confusing to me as well. Really the whole one second.
Shows at this rate, there will be more Star Wars TV shows than movies in only a few years' time, and I am okay with that. It is a great time to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, absolutely, Darth. One sec, man. But yeah, I guess it was a little confusing for a second as well. But yeah, I just assumed that. Yeah, it was like an ATM, something like that. I don't know. It's a really dumb security for sure, Iron. But I think the whole reason it was there. I mean, let's face it, was just to have Mando take off his helmet and show how much he cares for the kid, that he's willing to just kind of cast away all this dogma he's grown up with his entire life. Don't take your helmet off. He cares more about the kid than this tradition, right? Yeah, silly security though. And Benjamin B, thank you so much as well. Benjamin says the Acolyte is very exciting. Hopefully it does well. They'll do more Hopefully, if it does well, they'll do more High Republic stuff. Yeah, the Acolyte is probably at the top of my list, Ben, when it comes to my things that I'm excited for, just because it does sound so damn different. It sounds so damn different. It's described as a mystery thriller. And that's I want that kind of stuff, not necessarily just like mystery thriller, but I want Star Wars to push the boundaries. I want Star Wars to kind of get weird and try different genre films. And I think in terms of everything that we've heard about so far, the Acolyte sounds the most different out of all the projects that were announced, So I'm super excited to check that out whenever it comes out. There's no release date on that, right? There's not even like an estimated time frame, I don't think. But yeah, at the end of the High Republic, I think it said it's described as a mystery thriller that takes place at the end of the High Republic and kind of like investigates what like dark Sith secrets or something like that. I can't remember, but Yeah, man. It's exciting. For sure. For sure. We'll see. Yeah, hopefully it does well. But as I've always said, I want Star Wars to get weird with it, man. I want them to try new things, and if new things fail, so be it. At least we tried something different. I don't want Star Wars to just kind of feel stagnant and feel like formulaic. Because to me, like, a lot of the Marvel stuff has just felt very formulaic to me, and it's gotten boring. That's why I haven't really seen much of them over the past 5 years, I'd say. But yeah, I want them to push some boundaries. Get weird with it, right? But anyway, I appreciate that, Ben. And Tig, there we go, Tig. It's like tiger with no R. Tig, thank you so much. Short and sweet. Tig Thorman says, love your work, Greedo. Well, dude, thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate the hell out of it. And thank you for correcting my my dumb brain. I probably could have Googled a pronunciation, maybe. But anyway, man, I appreciate the hell out of that. And I'll keep it up, keep having some fun. And as long as people are enjoying it and want to talk Star Wars and want to listen to me ramble on about it, I love being a lightning rod that can kind of, bring a bunch of people to this chat, and we can shoot the shit about stuff that we love, right? That's what it's all about. But anyway, I appreciate that Tig. And Vince Wynn, once again, thank you so much. I actually really like how they're downplaying Boba. Thought they'd turn him into John Wick, especially after last episode, but he's very in the background here, kind of like he was in the old films. I said the exact... Yeah, man. You probably haven't watched that video. It's a long one, and I feel like out of all of the the Mandalorian videos that I've made so far, the one that I uploaded this morning is the most just kind of rambly one. But I echo that same exact sentiment. I mentioned it in the video. I liked how the show stayed focused on the main thread, the main character, what needed to be focused on. I don't want Boba Fett to be front and center in this show. I don't want this to turn into the Boba Fett show. And I'm very, very glad that he was, as you put it, downplayed, and he's just kind of in the background, and he's there as support. And I think, yeah, it's great. It's great. That's a very smart decision. Any other, I think it would have been so goofy if they went in the direction of Boba Fett being a John Wick where he took over the show. And I'm sure that was a possibility that could have happened, but goddamn, I am very, very happy that Boba Fett is downplayed. He's in the background, and it makes me like his character even more. But anyway, man, I appreciate that. And Stephen W. Fothery, the two-time here. Stephen says, Trek Yards and HelloGreedo, two of the best YouTube channels of all time. Isn't next week's episode directed by a secret director? Some folks are guessing it is Lucas, but not me. Seems too unlikely. I hope it's Rian Johnson. Oh, interesting. Trek Yards, you guys know that I'm not the most... Trek Yards. I'm not the most...
Hello. Long-time fan just wanted to donate.
Oh, nice. Logan Schott, thank you so much for the ridiculously generous super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. I appreciate the hell out of it. Give me one sec, many minutes. I got Steven, Siddharth, Atiba, Alessio, Tig, Darth, and Logan. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the patience, guys. So Trek Yards, nice, man. Okay. Trek Yards is Star Trek. It's always interesting to me, like, folks with YouTube channels. Don't man. I'll have to check this out. Trek Yards. I've never seen any of Discovery Trek Yards. I don't think I gave Picard enough of a chance. I only watched 2 episodes, and I was like, not for me. But nice, man. I'll check this out. And Steven, yeah, I think the next episode is direct. Let's see. Yeah, Petter, I listen to his Monday morning podcast all the time. Let me see. The Mandalorian season 2 directors. Yeah, I think it is. Let's see. I don't think the next one's announced. The Believer. Yeah, to be announced. Written by Jon Favreau. So yeah, to be announced. Episode 16. Director is a secret director. We don't know anything about it. I would be very surprised if it was directed by George Lucas. I mean, that would be awesome. I would love for him to direct a single episode, but I agree with you. I think that's too unlikely. Yeah, Ryan Johnson would being the director would be really cool too. But I mean, it could be like, did they announce Carl Weathers as the director, or was that a surprise? You know, because I don't think he directed any of the first season, did he? I mean, it could be an in-house. It could be, I don't know. I mean, hell, it could be one of the actors. It could be Tamora Morrison. But Jon Favreau is directing the last episode 16. I see that he's writing it. I see that the director is still to be announced. Carl Weathers was announced, so okay. Pretty sure it's Deborah Chow. Oh yeah, okay. For his episode. Gotcha. EJ. But yeah, so that's hilarious, Vince. Vince said, someone on Twitter was like, congrats, Carl Weathers, on your directorial debut. And he responded by saying, I've been directing since the 90s, but thanks. That's hilarious. Nice. So, yeah, I mean, it would be incredible if it was Lucas. It would be incredible if it was Johnson. I want him to be back in the director's chair for some more Star Wars. If I had to guess, if I'm gonna just put a guess on it. Maybe it would be kind of cool. Maybe, I don't know, who's gonna direct it. I'm gonna go way off. I'm gonna say. Nah, I was gonna say something goofy. I was gonna say John Leguizamo, because he was in earlier this season. I don't know, man. It's a really toughie. It'd be awesome if it was Lucas, but I highly doubt it. We shall see, though. But anyway, Steve, I appreciate the hell out of that the channel support and telling me to check out Trek Yards. Uh-oh. Can you guys still hear me? The stream. What is that? It's happened like twice this stream. So I just saw that there was no data coming from my computer to YouTube, and it said YouTube not receiving anything. The stream will end in a few moments. You guys didn't see any kind of like break or glitch in the stream? There was nothing? Dude, that's so weird. That's so weird. Anyway. Weird, JP. Okay, weird. All right. Strange. Thanks for the heads up, guys. Siddharth, thank you so much for the channel support. I got Siddharth, Atiba, Alessio, Tig, Darth, and Logan. Siddharth says, do you think Bad Batch will dip into Legends / explore why the Empire stopped using clones? Possibly. I would love for those questions to be answered. Absolutely, Siddharth. I would love for those questions to be answered. But I have a feeling that the show will be pretty straightforward. I have a feeling, are there going to be mercenaries, I think? Now broad brushstrokes here, Siddharth. I just have a gut feeling that the show is going to be pretty just like straightforward. Bad Batch, they're ass kickers and they're mercenaries. I would love to see why that was the case. I would love for them to maybe dip their toe into Legends, I guess. But I really don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do with the show. Like, the Bad Batch episodes were fun. You know, they were fun. I enjoyed them. I probably enjoyed them more than most. I thought a lot of people... It seemed like a lot of people didn't really care for them, from what I could gather whenever I mean, they liked them, but they weren't crazy about them. Maybe I'm not... maybe I'm just thinking of a few specific people, but... It was interesting to me when they decided to make a Bad Batch show, because it seemed like they were just like 4 dudes, pretty straightforward. You know, you got your Rambo, you got your hacker, you got your strong man, you got your Legolas. Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun to see more adventures from them, but I was actually really surprised when they announced it. Yeah, it's going to be animated. But anyway, I appreciate that, Siddharth. Who knows what they're going to do, man? Who knows? Echo. And Atiba, thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support as well, man. Let me take a quick sip of the old water here. Cannot quench my thirst. My daughter's been coughing in the middle of the night for the past like 3 days, and we've been putting water next to the bed and stuff like that for her, but she just won't drink it. I've been going in there in the morning, and or not in the morning, but like in the middle of the night, she'll have like a coughing fit for a few minutes, and I'll just go in there and she'll sit up and I'll give her some water and be like, "You got a tickle in your throat?" She's like, "Yeah." Just like, I don't know, it'll be like 3 in the morning and I'll hear and she'll cough for like 10 minutes. Be like, "All right, getting up." Give her some water, lays down, she's fine. Sucks. I mean, that's such an uncomfortable feeling, right? I mean, we've all been there. Got that like unquenchable tickle in the back of your throat, and to be like a 2.5-year-old and have that in the back of your throat and not know what the hell's going on, it sucks. Anyway, Atiba, thank you so much for the channel support. Atiba says, "I think we are in the golden age of Star Wars, especially for the younger generation. Your daughter is going to grow up with so much amazing Star Wars content." Oh, sorry. I'm trying to read it too fast. Content much more than you had growing up with the OT and I with the prequels. Absolutely. It's strange. I mean, I don't think it's ever not going to be strange to have so much of this, Star Wars content coming in the not too distant future. Star Wars to my daughter's generation is going to be this ever-present story. It's this ever-present thing that's going to constantly be tweaked and built upon, and it's like it's really strange to think about. I mean, Star Wars has always been there, books and games, but in term and Clone Wars, in terms of movies and live action TV show, that's a different ball game to me. I said something on a Twitter, or maybe it was somebody responding to a YouTube comment that I saw. I can't remember, but somebody was basically saying that this is so much awesome Star Wars content. We never had this much Star Wars content. And then the person responded by saying, "Well, we always have. It's just been in books and stuff like that." Yeah, okay, cool, man. This is a different ball. We're talking about fucking movies and live action TV shows. It's a whole different ball game, right? But yeah, it's going to be strange. Like, for me, I was born in 86, grew up with the original trilogy. I watched that non-stop growing up. I was 13 when The Phantom Menace came out. Then in 2005, Revenge of the Sith ended that trilogy, and then Star Wars was kind of dormant, unless you were watching the Clone Wars, which I was not, until 2015 with the release of The Force Awakens. So there's been these huge chunks of time between movie trilogies and live action stuff. But now it's just a completely different ballgame. So Star Wars to her isn't going to be this long waiting game. And it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just, just is, But anyway, I appreciate that, Atiba. I hope she likes it, but if she doesn't, I'm not going to be one of those dads who, obviously I'm going to show my kids the things that I like, but if they're not interested in them, I'm not going to take her to cons. I'm not going to force her to pretend to be excited about Star Wars. But if she likes it, cool. Anyway, Alessio, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Alessio says, yeah, this is the first time we'll have more Star Wars content than we can keep up. LOL. I would have never thought that a couple years ago. Yeah, it's weird. I'm curious, I'm assuming that these live action shows won't overlap, right? I could be wrong about that. I haven't really looked deep into the release dates or whatnot. I know some of them did have release dates. Some of them had vague release dates. Some of them had no release dates. I would assume that these shows won't overlap. At least I hope so. I have a hard time keeping up with TV shows to begin with, even The Mandalorian. If I didn't wake up, this morning, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and if I didn't wake up at 4:30 in the morning, I probably wouldn't be able to watch the episode and get a video out until Monday. Just how it is. It's hard to find the time, but yeah. Oh, they're all coming out between... Really? If they all... Oh, okay. You said if they all come out between 2022, 23. That's a shitload. Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully they're going to be spaced out decently. So I can have some time to breathe.
Greedo, thank you so much for widening my perspective on our love that's Star Wars for years. Grounded, emotional, perfect, grey Jedi style.
Well, Bendy Wendy, thank you so much for the kind words and the extremely generous super chat and channel support this afternoon. Give me one sec. I'm long-winded and I got a few folks ahead of you, but I appreciate that. Yeah, Alessio, it's hard to keep up with for sure, and I hope. When all these shows come out, I'm gonna be probably in my new career, so I don't know how I'll be keeping up with videos. I'll still be making videos, but definitely won't be as frequent, and I might go to strictly I don't know, streaming might be the biggest thing that I do. So maybe it won't be as hard to keep up with, or maybe I'll just watch the season and then make one video after the entire season, talking about the entire season. I don't know, man. It's going to be hard to keep up with for sure. But it's a good thing. Yeah, really looking forward to it. And same here, man. If you would have told me, especially when I was a kid or even a teenager or 5 years ago, that we would be getting all this stuff, I would have probably said you were trolling me. You're trolling me. But anyway, Darth Sartorius, thank you so much for the channel support as well, man. Darth says, where did it go? There we go. If they keep making shows at this rate, there will be more Star Wars TV shows than movies in only a few years' time, and I'm okay with that. It is a great time to be a Star Wars fan. Yeah, I like Star Wars. I like TV and shows as a Star Wars medium. I do. It gives more time to kind of flesh out characters and explore these long-threaded stories, as is the case with The Mandalorian, right? As is the case with the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars is kind of the perfect example, right? It takes place obviously in the prequel era with characters from the films, but dude, it fleshes out characters so much better than those movies because it has more time to breathe. Yeah, I'm not complaining either. I think it's great. I'm always going to be a movie guy though when it comes to Star Wars. I'm always going to want to see Star Wars in the theater, big on the screen. Loud music. It's an experience to me. And I don't think I will ever get as excited for a show, even if a show is just perfectly exactly what I want. I don't think I'll ever be more excited for a show than I will be for a Star Wars movie, if that makes sense. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Darth. It is indeed an exciting and great time to be a Star Wars fan. And Logan Shot. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, Logan. Ridiculously generous this afternoon. Logan says, hello, longtime fan. Just wanted to donate. Well, dude, the channel survives because of you and the channel supporters for sure. But more importantly, thanks for tuning in all these years. You said longtime fan. Yeah, man, I appreciate your viewership. And you've probably seen the evolution of the channel since 2011, which is kind of hard to believe that I've been doing this since 2011. Almost 10 years, man. That's crazy. So you've seen the evolution from impersonating angry video game nerd and I don't know, to now, where I'm literally sitting on my desk or my chair with my feet up on my desk and a microphone in my face. Just way more laid back nowadays, right? I'm 34, got a kid. It's time to lay back, right? Time to mellow out, internet. But dude, I appreciate that, Logan. Cheers, man. And thanks for tuning in all these years. And Captain Spaceballs, thank you so much as well. Hey, Greedo, been here since 2012. Damn. And I was in the first In JJ We Trust video when I was 13.
Since I was 11, 2012. Just wanted to say you're an underrated
That's
creator
crazy.
and that I'm interested in how this wave of Star Wars content will pan out. Somewhat skeptical.
Crazy. Nutty Nate, Captain Spaceballs, and Bendy Wendy, thank you guys so much for the super chats and channel supports. Did I miss one in there? No. Give me one sec, guys. Captain Spaceballs, you've been here since 2012. That's crazy. So was Nutty Nate. That's nuts. You were 13 in the first In JJ We Trust video. That, and now you're in college. That is insane, man. Congratulations on going to college, by the way. But that is so insane for me to think. Some of you guys might not even know what In JJ We Trust was. So from like 2000, I guess maybe it started in 2012. It was either 2012 or 2013. And I just told people to send me clips of them saying, you know, blah, I'm John Smith from, I don't know, Washington D.C. In JJ We Trust. This and I got hundreds of submissions, and I just put them all together, and you know, it was just people super excited for the possibilities of the future with Star Wars. And Captain Spaceballs was 13 years old when he was in that video. That's hard to believe, man. But dude, thanks for sticking around, and time indeed flies, for sure. I started this channel in 2011, and in 2011 I was 25. Yeah, I was 25. I'm 34 now, and you know, this is the channel. I think the reason I'm still doing it is because it's still fun. You know, it's never been the only thing that I do, if that makes sense. Like I worked a graphic design job for a few years when I started the channel. I've been doing freelance graphic design and photography, and up until the pandemic, that was way more of what I did than even the channel. So, and I think if I only did the channel, it would lose some of its fun. It would lose some of its appeal, you know. The channel has always been like a refuge from work, if that makes sense. It's kind of a fun place that I can just hop on and talk about Star Wars. And granted, a lot of people just do YouTube, which is awesome. That's what they want to do, awesome. But if I just did YouTube, I think I would just completely, I don't know. I think it would. I don't think I'd want to do it anymore if that makes sense. You know, I need that separation. I need that separation. I'm not like a lot of other YouTubers that just need to pump out a video every single day. That's awesome that they can do that. I wouldn't be able. I could not do that. I don't really schedule stuff either. So yeah, keeping it fun and yeah, that's what yeah, that's how it is. Anyway, oh, there we go. But I appreciate that, Spaceballs. Cheers, man. Time indeed flies. And Bendy Wendy, thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon as well. Just a random German guy here. Greedo, thank you so much for widening my perspective on our love that's Star Wars for years. Grounded, emotional, perfect, gray Jedi style. Dude, that's some of the nicest things anybody's ever said about this channel. I appreciate that. You know, I certainly was more of a shithead back in the day, right? More, you know, my way or the highway. I think maybe the first year or two of this channel's existence was like that. And again, most of my videos involved skits, and I was kind of being angry video game nerd and playing more of a character, but still harboring a lot of those opinions, right? But playing it up. And I think over the channel's existence, obviously, I've mellowed out, especially after, you know, almost 3 years ago, having a kid. You know, and also like people telling me to watch the Clone Wars over 3 years ago now. Dude, that was probably one of the biggest eye-opening experiences for me, at least, because I was able to kind of jump into just another facet of Star Wars that I never really expected to explore before, right? And it was the audience, the viewers that kind of pushed me into watching it. And by doing so, they broadened my perspective of what Star Wars is to people. And it showed me another side of Star Wars that I grew to love, you know. Not necessarily the prequels, but that era. I appreciate the era, and Clone Wars I like the Clone Wars more than the Mandalorian. That could change. But yeah, anyway, Bendy, I appreciate the hell out of that. That's kind of you. That's what it's all about, right? I have zero desire to be like a reactionary YouTuber who just makes something out of nothing every single day. You know, that's not me. I think that kind of shit is so fucking silly and embarrassing. Zero desire to want to just roll around and like bitching and moaning and seeing everything through this lens of like some weird wonky culture war, turning YouTube into like the National Enquirer or talk radio. I don't want that shit, you know? That stuff's embarrassing to me, especially like when it comes to fandoms. Cool, dude. I don't know. But yeah, so it's important to it's also important to like be able to laugh at the shit that you like too, you know, not take it too serious. But yeah. Anyway, cheers, man. I appreciate that, Bendy. And Nutty Nate, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Another longtime viewer. This is just a nostalgia blast, man. Nutty Nate says, fan since I was 11 in 2012. Just wanted to say you're an underrated creator and that I'm interested in how this wave of Star Wars content will pan out. Somewhat skeptical. Well, dude, thank you so much for the extremely kind words there as well. I'm not going to say an underrated creator. I am as rated as I should be. I can't think in those terms, man. That's a rabbit hole that I could see a lot of people going down. Like, I deserve more stuff. No, you don't. No, you don't. You deserve what you're getting, YouTuber. But I appreciate you saying that, man. And yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't call it skeptical. I am. Maybe not even worried, but there is a part of me that wonders if having so much Star Wars content back to back to back in shows, I want them to be so vastly different from one another, you know? I want these shows to be so vastly different from one another, because if we're getting these shows back to back to back and they're very similar, then it's just gonna kind of feel like a big bowl of mud, and it's just all called Star Wars. Does that make sense? Like, if it's so similar to one another and there's not that much differentiation between show to show to show in tone or in look even, that's where it might kind of lose me a little bit, because I want Star Wars to get so different. I want it to take so many chances and be, you know, every project to feel and look and tonally be different from one another. And I really hope that's the direction that they take, you know. But anyway, I appreciate that nutty. And Thane and Exile, thank you guys so much. Coming in with the final super chats before I jet. We went over a little over an hour today. Better than I expected. Maybe I was just like a super fast talker this time. But there we go. Where did it go? Thane says, how were you not more hyped for Rogue Squadron? How was I not more hyped? Oh, I'm super hyped for it. Yeah. But if you saw in my video, for whatever reason, man, I scrolled past it. Like, Thane, the video that I released last night, I literally sat on the computer, I hit record on OBS to record my screen, and I turned on my microphone. And what you heard was, I was reading all the news announcements and whatnot, skimming through the stuff, and you saw it in the video. I kind of just scrolled past Rogue Squadron. I was like, Rogue Squadron, hell yeah, man, cool, blah, 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 pilot, sweet. And then I scrolled down to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I completely missed it. I'm super pumped for it. The two things that I'm most excited for are The Acolyte, just because it sounds so different, you know, a mystery thriller, and Rogue Squadron. Those are at the top of my list of what I'm most excited for. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The director, I'm blanking, but the director talking about her dad, an F4 Phantom pilot, and just, yeah, I don't know what to expect, but I'm hoping it is just like a kick the tire and light the fire kind of Top Gun Maverick in an X-Wing kind of movie, you know? But anyway, trust me, I am excited. I feel like my excitement compared to a lot of other YouTubers and stuff like that is pretty subdued. I'm not one to, like, scream into a microphone or, like, jump around the room. So when I say, oh, I'm super excited, man, that means I'm super excited. But anyway, I appreciate that. And Exile and Brader and Oscar, thank you guys so much. Exile says, would you like to see Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost in the Ahsoka series? Also, you're my favorite Star Wars YouTuber. Keep up the good work, man. Sorry. That's actually a really good question. I don't... Well, Exile, so if it makes sense in the story, like, I don't think in terms of what I would like to see, right? Would I like to see Anakin's Force Ghost in the Ahsoka series? If it makes sense in the story, if it doesn't feel like ham-fisted and just forced in there for the sake of some kind of cameo, then yeah. I think it would be, I mean, there's no denying that it would be neat, you know, to see them connected in some way. So, yeah. Would I like to see it? Sure. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Could be wrong. And yeah, man, I don't know. God, I don't know. Would I like to see... I'd like to see CGI Sebastian Shaw Force Ghost. How about that? Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to look up Sebastian Shaw. There was a Sebastian Shaw, shit. Like 12-inch doll that I forgot the name of that I wanted to look up. I'll have to look that up. Anyway. I appreciate that, Exile. We'll see, man. We will see. But thank you for the kind words as well. Sebastian Shaw, Star Wars. What was it? It was like a big thing. 12-inch book. Oh, is this the one? Oh, maybe this is it. I thought it was more of a Force Ghost looking thing. Maybe this is it. This must be it. Force Ghost Anakin. I know Power of the Force had, yeah. Power of the Force had a line of like 5-inch power. I think they're glow in the dark. Force Ghost Anakins. Like Sebastian Shaw. Force Ghost Anakins. Maybe I'll get one. I think so. I like weird shit like that. Something small like that'll go on the shelf. Anyway, where was I? And Brader, Oscar Rodriguez, and Cameron, thank you guys so much. Final super chats before I jet. And Aaron, Brader says, I agree about being different. We have a whole galaxy, and I feel like we are diving into characters we already know for the most part. I'm 100% with you, man. That is something that I have been, hoping for, yelling about, wanting for. I mean, since Disney acquired the franchise, right? Since day one of that acquisition, I've been saying that I want, the original cast to take a back seat and give the baton to a new generation. I still feel that way today with characters we're already familiar with, right? The Mandalorian, season 2 of The Mandalorian, as much as I love it, the past couple episodes, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, Boba Fett, it did feel like a sprinkling of the familiar, and I was worried that it was going to go in a different direction. This episode kind of solidified or kind of casted away that worry. This episode seemed to get things a little more back on track in terms of, like, I don't know, new factor. I don't know. But yeah, I'm with you. Huge galaxy. Not every, there's so many worlds and weird things to be explored in Star Wars, and I want them to do that. I want them to take chances and push the boundaries and create new characters. And I've said this before too. I don't have the gene that gets excited to see familiar face. Like, obviously, I was excited to see Harrison Ford as Han Solo in The Force Awakens. That was great to see, but, like, I don't know why I don't have the gene that gets excited to see, like, Boba Fett in The Mandalorian or Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker. I don't know why. I just don't have that gene. I guess I really just want new. I really just want new. But anyway. No one was said it appealed. Jake. I guess a lot of people were, but judging by the trailer at Star Wars Celebration. But anyway, I appreciate that, Brader. And Oscar, would Ahsoka be shocked to meet Anakin's children? Oh, I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure. I would assume that side of things will be explored, I would assume, maybe it has in a comic it wasn't in the Ahsoka novel, but I'm assuming that will be explored, Ahsoka and maybe Luke and Leia will at some point come in contact, whether it be in live action, I don't know how they'll do it, or in a book or animation. Well, Leia, yeah, they already. I'm trying to think. Yeah, probably shocked, I guess. A lot of people think that Luke is going to be in The Mandalorian. That's like one of the biggest guesses or theories or whatever you want to call it that I've heard out there about The Mandalorian. So maybe he'll come into play in the Ahsoka show too. I don't know. Maybe some kind of connection there. I really don't know, man. But anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. And Cameron, episode 15 was insane. It was great. One of my favorite episodes. Short and sweet. The action was fun, but more than that, I loved when they infiltrated the mining operation there, and the entire confrontation, the tension between Mando and Mayfeld and that officer. It was great. It was great. I absolutely loved this episode. And as Vince said earlier, and as I said in my video, like I'm glad that Boba Fett took a back seat. I don't want this to be the Boba Fett show. I don't want this show to kind of lose track of what it is and become kind of a cameo show, right? And I think this episode really got put that worry to bed, you know. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, Cameron. It was insane. It was fun as hell. Bill Burr, ready for a Bill Burr Black Series action figure. Can't wait. I don't know why, man, but I mean, there's options to get Ahsoka. There's options to get Mando. There's options to get Grogu. I want Mayfeld. Anyway, Aaron, thank you so much for the super chat. Bulio? You told me how to say it last stream, or a couple streams ago. I can't remember. Aaron, thank you so much. Aaron says, Hayden was hated as Anakin 10 years ago. Now fans are hyped for his return. This kind of things makes me wonder how The Last Jedi will be viewed in 2030. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been saying that for a long time. Star Wars is a generational thing. I mean, 20 years ago when The Phantom Menace came out, in 2022, or 2002 when Attack of the Clones, 2005, Revenge of the Sith. When I was watching those movies, and going to comic shops and talking with my buddies and going into like Yahoo chat rooms, the overwhelming consensus was that most people did not like them. Guess what happened 10 years later, 15 years later? The wave of kids who watched those movies and loved them and grew up with them, they grew up and they got on the internet and they had a voice. So it was like this wave of appreciation for these movies that most people my generation did not like. So yeah, there's no question in my mind that generational kind of ebb and flow will happen again, right? And what's been really cool, Aaron, is I've witnessed that. I mean, this channel started in 2011. Overwhelmingly, the comment sections of my videos and the interactions that I had with people online were like negative towards the prequels. Overwhelmingly. Like, it was very hard to find a pro-prequel person on here. Or even someone who was a little more defending them, even if they didn't like them. And then, that was 2011. And now it's 2020. And those kids grew up, and they have a voice on the internet, and they defend what they love, right? So, it's just how it goes. I'm hyped to see them too, even despite not really caring for those movies. It'll still be neat. I'm just really curious what they'll do, But that's it for me, guys. So that was an hour and a half of an hour-long live stream. Tomorrow tomorrow's the weekend. I will not be doing any channel stuff. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing any channel stuff over the weekend. If I do, I'm probably just going to throw together like an office tour. I recorded some office tour audio today. I usually do like an office tour every year. I feel like I've done one every other December or so. You could probably go back in my videos and find some office tours around Christmas. I think it's time for a new office tour in the new house. But anyway. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. To everybody who supported the channel through Super Chats, thank you guys so much. To everyone who shot the shit in the chat, I appreciate you hanging out. All right, guys. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know, Vince. And I appreciate the support, and thanks for always taking care of the goddamn trolls, man. Cheers, Vince. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your morning, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Have a fantastic rest of your day, your weekend. All right, cool. Let's go to the mall. What are we getting today? We're going to go to Foot Locker. We're going to buy some Airwalks. But you don't skateboard, you poser. You poser. You poser!